Tole et lege. Pick up and read. So if you click the link regarding the general calendar or the liturgical calendar, you're on the right track. I spoke about 2 feast days of the same saint. For example, St. Teresa of Child Jesus would fall on October 1st on one calendar and October 3rd on another. Simple, because right now the Roman Rite of the Church uses 2 calendars. But what is this calendar? This calendar just tells you the principal feasts of our Lord, saints. For example, if there's a new saint in the church, then the saint has to be included in the Missal. The Missal is the book that the priest uses at Mass. So there are certain updates. So popes do update it. But at present, there are 2 calendars in the Roman Rite. So how many rites there are? There are 7 rites in the Catholic Church. So good, pick up and read. I'm just here to initiate you to read more about your faith. So the calendar that was promulgated by Pope John XXIII in Rubricarum instructum was 1960. So those going to or using the 1962 Missal would actually follow the calendar of Pope John XXIII. And for those who are going for the ordinary form of the Mass at present, which would be in every vernacular language, which was promulgated by Pope Paul VI, would use the 1969 calendar, which was promulgated through his document Mysteri Paschalis. So there are actually 2 calendars, and so both of them, one for the extraordinary or the Tridentine form of the Mass, and the second one for the ordinary or the Novus Ordo, the new form or the vernacular form of the Mass. So these 2 calendars are in existence, and there are many changes out there. For example, January 1st in the new calendar would be the motherhood of the Virgin Mary celebrated, the maternity, the motherhood of Our Lady. But in the old calendar, the 1962, it would be the holy name of our Lord and his circumcision, because that is the 8th day in 8th day after his birth, and the Jews circumcised on the 8th day, and he was called Jesus. And so the feast changes there. So there are these slight changes in both of these calendars. Sometimes you see people wondering what. So it's good. Pick up, read, get to know, okay, there are 2 calendars here, great. So do a read on it. See there are 2 different types or 2 different forms of the Mass. And if you are in England and Wales, strangely, the Ascension of our Lord is still celebrated on a Thursday, and that will be the 40th day after the resurrection of our Lord on Easter Sunday. From Easter Sunday to Ascension will be 40 days, and it will always fall on a Thursday. But in other countries, the Bishop Conference have decided, so that is moved to the nearest Sunday. So there's something called a temporal cycle and a sanctorum cycle. So there are a lot of cycles in this entire liturgical year. And the liturgical year begins with the first Sunday of Advent. So if you want to know which is the new year for the church, every new year will be the first Sunday of Advent. Well, as a civil new year would be January 1st. So pick up, read, and get to know more about the general Roman calendar or the liturgical calendar. Tole et lege. Pick up and read. If you're interested in more content, please go down to the description box, and there's an email which you can send questions to me, and feel free to contact me. God bless, and thank you for subscribing.